It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Buccaneers and the Fins coming up next.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Miami Dolphins. Ready for football now on a sunny Florida afternoon. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Jackson now to return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy that springs for the good stuff.
A play fake. Now McNabb. Rolling to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Now McNabb. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They go play action. It's McNabb. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Let's go. When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam in.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Agba that time able to drop him for a loss.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. McNabb to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's done. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt, and he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. On first down, it's Newton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Newton. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. Yeah, they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Now a first down throw, McNabb. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's McNabb. It's caught by Jackson.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and yard at their 49-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On 1st and 10, McNabb. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. 7 yards to pick up there.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. Here's McNabb. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Open man, Gronkowski complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. Out of the gun, McNabb. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw, McNabb. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Now it's McNabb. And he's got it.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
think. What do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
First and goal from just inside the 5. McNabb. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up second and goal.
The first and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. They'll set up a throw. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal.
And when you run a drag route like this down near the goal line, you're hoping maybe you get an inadvertent pick to set your man free. A lot of people are calling them natural screens, but this was well defense, and they stopped him for just a short gain.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? He'll look to throw. And this is caught by Jackson for a Buccaneer touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Now, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski, okay? Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Dolphins, nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far. And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio should ever be in any discussion. Coming off the pick 6, it's Newton.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Newton now to throw. And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Second down and 8.
A shotgun snap for Newton. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Right there, 54.
Out of the gun, Newton. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Hill. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. On now the Miami field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from...
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Newton. He finds his man, complete. That's Clayton. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw is Newton. He finds his man, complete. That's Clayton. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. $37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They go play action. It's McNabb. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Evans. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now McNabb. He finds his man, complete. It's done. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
McNabb to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Miami set to take over.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Newton. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw, Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 15. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a third down. Newton to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Play action. It's Newton. On the right side, open is Gesicki.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Worth noting, that visiting sideline is getting the worst of the sun right now. It can definitely play a factor, especially because the other sideline is in full shade.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And going deep for Hill. And this one is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the final number on Next Gen Stats, how about this? 71 yards through the air. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. Cam looking to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Back now comes Tampa Bay. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. McNabb's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
8 yards as the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And now here's a carry heading left. Runs through the contact. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Let's go!
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, McNabb. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call. In that situation, sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
So now here come the Dolphins.
A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st down, it's Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
7 yards, the pick up there.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a 1st down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And a give this time to the tailback. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they take a knee. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on.